I love you, Lord. Oh, your mercy never fails me. All my days I've been held in your hands. From the moment that I wake up until I lay my head, oh, I will sing of the goodness of God. And all my life you have been faithful. And all my life you have been so, so good. With every breath that I am able, oh, I will sing.
It's important as a young person to understand the importance of time, because times go very fast and it doesn't wait and cannot be compensated. We all have 24 hours in every day, 168 hours each week, 52 weeks in a year, 525, 600 minutes every year. And when it passes, it goes completely. And you have to understand, as time goes, then you developed into years, and years goes to another year and another year, and a time will come when you will be at your 20s, and if you have not invested the good thing in your time, then you'll have it rough when you are adult, but when you'll have many responsibility to tackle, and you will now start saying or singing, I wish I knew. Time is short. When you look at time, it reminds you of importance of the hours and the moment. And that's why I realize time calls for investment. Now is accepted time. Every time that the clock tick, it says now. What is your youthhood? It is a vapor that appears for a shorter time, then vanishes in a way that you cannot imagine. Be committed to priority that help you to invest in your time. Don't allow a person to take your time from you. Be jealous of minutes in your life, because it is when you know the importance of time and you know how the time runs, then you will know how to invest within any time that comes on your way. And the time will come when you will not be in position to say, I wish I knew. There, why I teach and educate young people that it's better to understand the importance of life, of time. And that's why I give an example of when I was 20s and I got a job as a board teacher in one of the high school. That is way back then. And as you know, board teacher is a teacher that is paid by the school, and I was not being paid enough money that could cater for some of my needs. But each day I could wake up on Monday and go to work. I could see my time is running and the time is coming when I need now to get married, to have family. And what will my family eat? And that triggered my life and the way I think, and made my mind to start having a tough thinking and sit down strategically thinking about my future. And I remember that day, I woke up one day in the morning and I wrote a letter to the principal of the school. And I told the principal that I'm not going to come because I have other things that I need to do. And then she asked me, when will you be back? And I said, I don't know if I'll be back because there are some things that I need to do. Because I knew the importance of time and I knew how it runs very fast. So I took myself and with a friend of mine, we had a thorough thinking about what we should do about the future. And we sat down and come up with a youth group organization, which was called Trans-Sustainable Empowerment Project. And through that organization, I one day was walking and I saw a post of another big organization in Nairobi that wanted a person to be their link person to help them in mobilization of young people so that they can communicate to them, teach them how to be investors and entrepreneurs and engage themselves in some small businesses in the society. And I remember I went to that meeting in Nairobi when they invited me as the chairman of the youth organization. When I went there, got so many organization CEOs of other big organizations in the meeting. And I knew the importance of networking within that time that I was given by God. So I had to communicate to many people and tried to do marketing of my young organization within our hometown. And there's an organization that was called Jacaranda. They were selling educational magazine. So I talked to them and I told them that if they can allow me to engage my young people in the community to sell the Jacaranda magazine, which was educational magazine that was inspiration to the young people and also giving them motivation about learning more new skills and also involving themselves in technical things that could help them to get skills and empowerment. So I went to that meeting and they gave me those books. And I came with them. And as I was walking one day, I got the education office. And I went to the education office and I talked to the education officer. I asked him if he can help me to market my books to the schools within. And he gave me an okay because I understood my time is running. So I went to some of the schools that he had proposed. And when I went to those schools, they accepted my magazine. But that day when I went to the education officer, they were also organizing of a big meeting, annual education meeting, whereby all the schools within the district and all the teachers and other education stakeholders could come so that they could communicate to them and talk to them and inspire them and also launch the result of KCSE and KCPE, which is a national examination that is given out every year, the result after sitting of the examination in that country. So I remember when I talked to the education officer, he gave me an invitation. But by that time I was a young person in 20s, but I understood the importance of being ambitious within the time that I'm being given. So I had to put on a good suit and I went to that meeting. And I sat with education stakeholders, education officers, principals, and others, and even others were saying, what's happening with this young boy? But I knew that you have to lift yourself as a young person and take the opportunity within the time that you've been given. So I sat there, they had me in the program, and they called me to go and talk about my magazines and how is it important in inspiring young girls to go to school and young boys also to be engaged in schooling activities and ensuring the parents also get involved in education, because by that time we were looking at education in 3 levels. That it has to be involved by all three, that is the parents, the teacher, and the student. And I remember when I gave the speech about my magazine, I finished, and then the education meeting ended, and that gave me a platform, and I had many people who knew about me. Though I was young, but it gave me more opportunities to attend so many meetings, to represent my young people youth organization within the nation that I was living in. And many people were inspired with what I do. And many young people had involved themselves in selling the magazines in the school. So what do I want to say? I want to say that as a young person, you have to understand that time is important and time is money. If you don't take it serious about the time, your years are going very fast and you'll find yourself in adulthood while you still sit in your comfortable zone and being paid a penny that could not help you in your future when you have many responsibilities to take up. So what I want to say is, as young people, we have to take more serious about the value of the asset that we have been given by God, and that is keeping time, ensuring that you make sure that the time spent within the importance of things that add value to your life, but not things that waste your time. Because the years are going, as I said the other time, that as a young person, your life is just like of that a flower that glitters in the morning and comes in the evening, it wither. Anyway, thank you very much. Thank you for listening. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel. This is Anthony Odhiambo, the CEO of Global Missionary Link Inc. Global Missionary Link Inc. is a non-profit organization registered in Maryland in the United States, and we sent missionary out to the country, and we also engage in soliciting the Bible that we give to the pastors and other church leaders to also help them to understand the content of the Word of God in its context. And also we do mentorship within Maryland to ensure that youth live in a responsible way. Thank you very much. God bless you.